Hi everyone, welcome back for day 3 of our article on Australian animals. I'm Kat.
I'm Elsie.
And we have talked about 2 very unique animals so far in day 1 and day 2. Day 1 was the platypus.
And day 2, wombats.
Yeah, so platypuses and common wombats. Very different animals. Platypuses look kind of like a duck, but also a beaver, but also an otter. They're really weird. And then wombats, maybe a little bit less weird, but they definitely have some unique things about them.
Yeah, like their poop.
We kept talking about their poop.
I'm so obsessed with their poop.
We're obsessed with their poop because it's cubic. It's a cube. And they also have a pouch that their babies can go into.
Oh, yes, like a kangaroo's.
Yes, because they're marsupials. And this animal that we're going to talk about today is also a marsupial, but that's not the most famous thing about it. The most famous thing about it is how cute it is.
Oh.
Yeah, because it's extremely cute. So we're going to learn about it today. Let's get into the article.
Reading.
Want to see a different kind of animal? Come to Australia. Perhaps the cutest looking animal species in Australia is the quokka. An early Dutch explorer, Willem de Vlaming, described it as a kind of rat as big as a common cat. These animals are mainly found on Rottnest Island, which got its name from the term rat's nest. Quokkas can also be found in the areas surrounding Perth. The quokka has been called the world's happiest animal because of the way it often smiles. This smiling, however, is actually just a way for it to pant and cool off. Like wombats, quokkas are active at night. During the day, they often sleep under thick trees and bushes. If you're in Australia and you see a quokka, you shouldn't feed or touch it. Doing so is actually illegal, and you could be fined or even go to jail. You can take a picture, however. In fact, hashtag Quokka Selfie is a popular hashtag on social media. How can you take a picture without touching a quokka? Quokkas are actually very friendly toward humans, so they will likely come to you.
Our article starts out today. Perhaps the cutest looking animal species in Australia is the quokka.
Quokka.
Quokka! It's the cutest looking. So it's cute looking. That means it looks cute. And this is as an adjective. And that takes us right into our language and focus for today. It's cute looking.
没错，复合形容词的用法。今天的 Language in Focus 要讲到的是复合形容词的用法。那英文中呢，常用关系子句，就是形容词子句来形容人事物，也常用动词啦，或是介系词片语来表达附带的状况或是特质。那为了避免附带的情境让文句太长，可以将以上3者转换成复合形容词，来让文句更加简洁哦。所以我们这边要介绍的是几类的复合形容词。形容词或者是副词加上 VING 或者是 VPP， 也就是现在分词或是过去分词。那第一种，形容词或副词加上 VING 的用法，形容词中的动词带有主动的意涵哦，像是 cutest looking， 好，看起来最可爱的 ，nice smelling， 闻起来很好闻的，很香的 ，long lasting， 持续很久的，好，这些都是此类的复合形容词。再来第二种呢，我们可以用形容词或者是副词加上过去分词，也就是 VPP。那这样子的形容词当中呢，它的动词带有被动的意涵，像是 low paid， 那就是你的薪资被付得很低 ；long forgotten， 长久被遗忘的；还有是 ready made， 那就是现成的。
So they are a very cute looking
Right, the
species.
cutest looking.
The cutest looking of these 3 and of Australia's animals. They are a species. So a species, or you could say species, is a group of animals or plants that are similar, and they can produce young animals together or young plants together. So basically, if they are, able to make another baby that can make other babies, they're the same species. So yeah, they're related and they're smaller than a genus. You know, you have like the order of classes, how animals are classified. Quokkas are all the same species. So we are the same species too. Yeah.
You sure about that?
What are you saying about me? Anyway, so a species, and here's an example sentence. Although there are thousands of species of mosquito, only about 6% of them bite people. There's actually 3,500 mosquitoes species in the world.
Wow.
And not very many of them bite us. Thank goodness.
Species 或是 species 代表的是物种，那单复数同形哦，所以我们可以说 one species, two species.
Yeah,
the
same thing.
没错，要特别注意这个字特别的地方。那再来呢，我们这边讲到的是 Quokka， 它们是短尾矮袋鼠。
That's a cute name. Very long name.
Not in Chinese.
Really?
In English sounds way cuter.
Quokka. Well, it's actually not an English word. It's an Australian Aboriginal word. Just like koala, just like kangaroo, just like wombat, I think is also, I'm not sure. But yeah, koala and kangaroo and quokka, they're all from Australian languages.
So in Chinese, it's like short-tailed, short kangaroo.
That makes sense. They kind of look like it, I guess. So they're very, very cute. The article says, an early Dutch explorer, Willem de Vlaming, described it as a kind of rat as big as a common cat. Sure, okay, so they look kind of like kangaroos. They look kind of like rats. They are big as a cat. They're kind of their own thing. And this was the description of an explorer from Holland, a Dutch explorer. An explorer is a person who explores. They travel over or through a place in order to learn more about it or to find something. So in the old days, Europeans didn't know a lot about Australia. So some of them came to Australia and they went through the rivers, they went along the land, and they wrote about what they saw and they tried to find interesting things. So this guy explored Australia. He was an early Australian explorer from Europe. Here's another example. The earliest European explorers of the Americas were from countries like Norway and Denmark. They were Vikings.
OK， 那这边看到的形容词 Dutch 指的就是荷兰的，所以来自荷兰的 explorer 这个名词代表探险家。那这个探险家他是一名17世纪的荷兰船长，他曾经形容短尾矮袋鼠的体型就像 cats 猫一样。
So he was saying they're about as big as cats, they look like rats, and in Chinese they're said to look like kangaroos. They're in the same family as kangaroos. And where are they? These animals are mainly found on Rottnest Island, which got its name from the term rat's nest, probably because they look like big rats. So nest is a place where an animal or an insect lives, and they usually lay their eggs there, they take care of their young there. So rats make nests because they live together, so they will have like one place where they have their babies and take care of each other and live together. So that's their nest. And birds famously have nests. Birds will make a nest, they lay their eggs in there, and their babies will grow up in the nest. So for another example, you could say, the new house owners were shocked to discover a nest of spiders under the floor.
It's so disgusting. A nest of spiders.
Yikes.
Nest 代表就是昆虫或是小动物的巢穴。那这边说啊，它的巢穴像是 rat's nest. What does that mean?
A rat's nest, like it's a place where rats will live.
Okay.
Yeah. So Rottnest Island, it's the Dutch word for rat nest. Yeah. The article goes on to say quokkas can also be found in the areas surrounding Perth. Perth is a city in Australia. Fun fact, my mom nearly moved to Perth. I was almost born Australian.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's true. So Perth is surrounded by these areas where quokkas live. Quokkas lived all around it. That means they surround. Surround means to be on every side of someone or something. So you could say like Taiwan is surrounded by water. And, what else? My hometown is surrounded by scrubland, which is like dry, kind of deserty land. Surrounding can also be used as an adjective that means near or around someone or something. So like the surrounding desert, the surrounding ocean. For another example of surround, you could say most of Taipei is surrounded by mountains and forests.
Surround 这个动词呢，代表是环绕或是围绕。那我们在课文里面看到的句子也可以说成 Quokkas can also be found in the areas that surround Perth. 那将形容词子句简化之后，我们就看到 Quokkas can also be found in the areas surrounding Perth. 代表短尾矮袋鼠呢，可以在围绕 Perth 附近的地区被找到。那 Perth is in the southwest of Australia.
All right, so they're around Perth. They're also on this island called Rottnest Island, which apparently a lot of people go to just to see the quokkas. The quokka has been called the world's happiest animal because of the way it often smiles.
Oh,
it has a big, cute little smile. It's so cute.
短尾矮袋鼠呢，它被称作是世界上最开心的动物，因为它们看起来常常在微笑。Are they really smiling?
I mean, kind of, but kind of not. This smiling, however, is actually just a way for it to pant and cool off. So to pant is something that if you have a dog, you are probably seeing your dog do every day.
That's panting.
To breathe hard and quickly, usually when you're out of breath from being tired or hot. And you pant to cool off. Because Australia can get pretty hot. So to cool off means to make yourself or make something cool and make it like, you know, not cold, but not hot either. Like make yourself feel better, you will cool off. And a lot of animals will pant to cool off, including quokkas.
Pant 这个动词呢是喘气、喘息。那为什么要喘气、喘息呢？为的就是要降温、凉快下来。所以 cool off 代表就是这个意思。那它们呢？不是在笑，它其实是在喘气或降温。They are not actually smiling.
Right, unfortunately. But they look like they're smiling because they have like mouths that go up. Yeah. So they look like they are smiling. Just like dogs look like they're smiling when they pant.
Yeah, sometimes, right?
Yeah.
What about cats?
Cats don't pant unless they're very stressed out. So you don't want your cat to pant. Yeah. So the article says, like wombats, quokkas are active at night. So they are also nocturnal. During the day, they often sleep under thick trees and bushes. So they sleep under thick trees, probably trees that can block out the sun, or under bushes. A bush is a plant that has wood stems and it's smaller than a tree. Usually it doesn't have a trunk that goes up. It goes like out from the ground. It's a big bushy plant. So a bush is bushes are bushy. They're really, yeah. And an example sentence, you could say, there are some really beautiful rose bushes around the edge of the yard. Roses grow in bushes.
Rose bushes, 玫瑰花丛。所以 bush 这个字，好，就是灌木或是灌木丛。那跟这个普通袋熊一样哦，它们也是夜行性动物，也在白天睡觉，晚上活动。那再来 thick， 我们看到这个形容词，它这边指的是树木、草地等等茂密的。
So they sleep under thick things that can block out the sun and keep them cool. If you're in Australia and you see a quokka, you shouldn't feed or touch it. They might be really cute. You might want to hug it. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
所以在澳洲，如果看到它们，不要去触碰或是喂食。
Probably, you know, like most wild animals, you shouldn't feed or touch them because they need to be safe from humans. They need to not get close to people who can hurt them. Doing so, feeding or touching them, is actually illegal.
Really?
And you could be fined or even go to jail.
Oh, like in 小琉球.
Yeah.
Here in Taiwan, you cannot touch the sea turtle.
Yeah, in most places, I think you can't touch the sea turtles. In
You'll
Hawaii,
be fined.
In Hawaii, too, you know, you will get a big fine for touching the sea turtles, even though they let you swim with them. So it's illegal. Illegal means it's not allowed by the law. It's not legal. You have this prefix il, ill, that means illegal and it means not.
You might go to jail for that.
So let's find out what jail is. Jail is a place where people are kept after they've been arrested and are being punished for a crime. It's not prison. Prison is where somebody goes after they've been sentenced for a crime, after the judge says, you go to prison for 7 years for this crime. And so jail is where the police will take you after you've been arrested. It's a temporary kind of prison where they can make sure that you're not going to go anywhere. So you can go to jail for, petting a quokka or feeding a quokka. Basically, you can get arrested and they might send you, somewhere where you can't get out. So an example sentence, you could say, the person who stole my car was caught and now she's in jail.
那我们刚刚呢看到 illegal 这个形容词是非法的，字首 il 代表不点点点无点点点，那用于呢以字母 L 开头的形容词和名词哦。所以呢 legal 这个形容词是合法的，加上 il 变成 illegal， 那就是非法的、不合法的。所以在澳洲，你如果去碰触或是喂食短尾矮袋鼠的话，是违法的。You might be fined。Fine 这边是个动词，代表的是对点点点处以罚款或罚金。Or you could go to jail. Jail 指的就是监狱、看守所。那如果是被判刑之后，比如说入狱8年，那个监狱要用的是 prison 这个字，好，不太一样。那 go to jail 就是坐牢、入狱。
Yeah, just like when you're playing Monopoly and you get a jail card. Go to jail. So,yes, you can be punished. You can go to jail or have to pay a lot of money for touching or harassing a quokka. You can take a picture, however. In fact, hashtag Quokka Selfie is a popular hashtag on social media. Selfie, as we all know, is a picture that you take of yourself, especially using the camera on your smartphone, usually the front-facing camera, or no, the self-facing camera. So that's a selfie, and people take a lot of those. You've probably taken a few of those yourself. And then you might have put a hashtag on it when you post it. Hashtag is any sort of word or phrase that starts with the hash symbol, which is that one that looks like a, kind of a box. And it indicates what a message like a tweet or an Instagram post is about. So if you hashtag Quokka Selfie, it's, a way for people to search for your selfie with a quokka.
Selfie 指的就是自拍照，那 hashtag 同学们一定都很熟悉，代表的是主题标签，所以呢，你可以跟 Quokka 拍自拍照。
Do you guys have any fun words for selfie in Chinese?
就是自拍照了。
In Korean they call it selka.Like self-camera, selka.
Selka. Interesting.
Yeah.
No, I don't think we have that.
Yeah, no, we call it selfies. They call it selkas. I think I learned selka before selfie. Yeah, so quokka selfie. I want to take one day. Now, the article asks an important question. How can you take a picture without touching a quokka?
对呀，你要跟他自拍这样 take a selfie. How?
Chase it down.
You're gonna touch the quokka a little bit, right?
Not necessarily, because quokkas are actually very friendly toward humans, so they will likely come to you.
OK, 所以他们是很友善的动物，所以呀，可能会自动来找你拍照。
Yeah, so they're actually really nice and they don't fear people. So if you say like, hey, come here, and they might be like, hey, let's go, it's quokka selfie time. And they are good at posing because they naturally smile.
They're so cute.
They're very, very cute. You guys need to look up quokka selfies because they are very good at taking pictures. Very good at taking pictures. So that's all we've got for our animals in Australia. We've learned about the platypus, the wombat, and now the quokkas. Quokka! And of course, there are many other really cool Australian animals, but that's all we have time for. So for now, that means we're going to go to our For You chat.
For You chat.
All right, our For You chat question is a very important question. What do you think is the cutest animal in Taiwan? Talk about it.
Oh, I think the pandas in the Taipei Zoo are the cutest, but we're talking about native animals in Taiwan,
pandas
right?
are from China.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, the Formosan bears?
Oh, the black bears with the V on their chest.
Yes.
Very cute. They are cute. They're very fluffy.
Right, but when they grow bigger, I don't think they're cute anymore.
I think they're still cute when they're big. I think bears are cute even when they get big. And even when they can kill you, they're still cute to me.
Really? You sure about that?
Yeah, I'm sure. I'll stay away from them. I will admire them from a distance. I think, for me, I think the leopard cats are really, really cute. And I feel so bad for them because they're so endangered and people keep killing them on the roads by accident.
Yeah.
I really want them to do well. So, you know, I really hope they can survive.
So in Taiwan, we also have like special kind of monkeys?
Yeah.
And deer?
Yeah, there's Sika deer and they're these tiny little deer that I can't remember the name of.
I don't think the monkeys are cute.
They're scary. Like they will harass you and steal your food.
Are cute.
Yeah, the deer are pretty cute. Yeah. And there's lots of different native Taiwanese animals in the zoo that you can see and you can learn about. They also have some Australian animals in the Taipei Zoo, I think, right? Like kangaroos, and there's also like elephants, there's pandas, there's there's a tapir, the Malayan tapir.
Also penguins.
Yeah, and penguins. There's all sorts of animals that you can see there and learn about, and it's really important to take care of these animals because, you know, the world is changing and things are a little bit dangerous. So let's take care of the animals that we have and make sure to, just
take care of them and protect where they are from, their places.
Exactly.
Right.
Protect where they live. And so, it's not just about seeing animals as cute, it's also about keeping them safe. So we hope you've enjoyed learning about Australia's really cool and really weird animals with us. For English for You, I'm Kat.
I'm Elsie.
We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Species. Species. Although dogs come in all shapes and sizes, they are actually a single species. Explorer. Centuries ago, European explorers traveled across the oceans of the world to find new land. Nest. The mice made their nest in a hole in the wall of the farmer's house. Surround. Nobody could see the house because it was surrounded by tall trees. Bush. The boys lost their baseball in the bushes and had to reach through the branches to find it. Jail. Robert was sent to jail after he was caught robbing rich people's homes.
智慧小补帖。
Pant. Selfie. Hashtag.
以上节目是由活用空中美语制作，活用空中美语杂志，请洽询全国各大书店。如欲索取试听教材，请来电02-2364-4000 02-2364-4000，或上网查询，网址是 www.english4u.net www.english4u.net